So we've talked a lot about, or at least not necessarily today, but I've talked to a lot of the lenders there, and they talk about competency. Like the biggest thing they're surprised by whenever they move is like just like streamlined competency. Just they know after 2 weeks or a month, they just know that like they send off the loan and like it's going to get handled. They're going to be clear to close probably ahead of time. And so that to me, like there's this, I see this real sort of merging of like that competency, that streamline, and then that clear to close times. When we talk about, we're not going to see purchase volume spike, we're going to see refi volume spikes, sort of no matter what happens in the purchase market, followed by the purchase market. So we are looking at volume, and y'all sort of whole thing is like competent people, streamline processes, clear to close, get the client in the new loan in the house. So talk about how that sort of like that volume piece, y'all said y'all are sort of built for it, but like that technical side of just like everyone here is ready to get this thing clear to close on time.
Yeah, look, I mean, the platform is very strong. The technology that we have in place has never been better. I think as an industry and where we are in general, as an industry, the technology's never been better, so I feel like you can do quite a bit more with less people, frankly, even at the branch level or even at corporate. And that's one of the things that I appreciate the most is, everybody at MortgageRight in leadership is very high functioning. They're very practical, smart business people. And the goal here is to close loans very, very quickly. And if that loan is sellable to one of our investors, that loan is going to close, period. That's basically it. The other big side of this too is, managing the pipeline. Like, so how quickly can you turn around a pipeline at the company level to get those loans in and get them out quickly to then rinse and repeat? And I think that that's a key part, that the pipeline doesn't drag over 3-4 weeks going into the following month and builds up and then gets bogged down. So being able to turn around those loans very quickly, I think, is key. Especially on the purchase stuff, we have the upfront approval where you can submit your loan up front and get it fully approved before you buy a house. That cuts off, 2 weeks off a purchase. And then of course on a refinance, we can absolutely slam those loans. So that's really what we're geared towards. And there's just not a lot of layers in bureaucracy with the MortgageRight setup by design. And I think that is something unique that this platform brings to the industry compared to a lot of others, is there's not a lot of non-producing middle management involved with your pipeline. Yeah. And that allows you to move very, very quickly on, getting disclosures out, maybe starting a new marketing plan. And that's a big deal. We give our people a lot of autonomy to be creative and do different things. And, that's just the bottom line. We're very selective who's at the company. We don't have to dummy our system down for the weakest link. And because of that, we do get a lot of access and autonomy. And that, I think, you have to have all these different check boxes in place to be able to hit the numbers and have things go smooth, and then be able to replicate that over time. And that's something we've always strived for. And I think that that's really the key, because a lot of companies or a lot of platforms, they have certain benefits, but there's key things that are maybe missing, and those small things build up over time and cause issues. So those are things that we're always thinking about and improving. But that's my take on the volume side of it, to be able to really get as much as we possibly can when it comes, because it's not indefinite. So when it's hot, you gotta pull out all the stops and get it done.